Darrell, is just 2 days prior to the NFL kickoff. Have
Mm-hmm.
on tap of the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles in the first NFL game of the year, just 2 days away. In the
Yeah.
meantime, in honor of doing that, let's take a look and kind of go back at the last year. Darrell, what are your thoughts about last year? Last year kind of shocked me, considering a lot of things that had happened.
Yeah, it did. It it kind of and it also kind of threw me off at the same time because of um the way that things was just the way that things ended. I'll
Mhm.
put it like that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
it was.
With Pittsburgh losing to Jacksonville, they were actually the team to actually beat Jacksonville. Um, Jacksonville was the underdogs. They got beat, and then they almost beat New England.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, they almost beat New England and actually almost earned their ticket going into the Super Bowl. But things had changed on that behalf.
Exactly.
So,
Hmm.
and then Philadelphia going on ahead and winning it with a former high school coach beating a team that has already won 5 Super Bowls.
Something like that.
Really? Are you serious? Okay. Moving
Nothing.
on. Just throwing it out there, girl. Just throwing it out there. You got beat by a high school coach, and y'all won 5 Super Bowls together. Anyway, which speaks of records and different things like that. Let's take a look back at last year. Records and prediction game. Me and you, Darrell. You actually won that. I won 2015. No, 20. I won 2016, or was it 2015? 2016.
20, yeah, 2016.
2016, you won last year, and this year is up for question. Um, During your overall record from last year, you had 174 wins and 93 losses. I had 169 wins and 98 losses. So you actually took the gold for um, last year's records and predictions game. And me and you, in the breakdown of the divisions, we both tied for first, of course, in the AFC North with 11-1 record, both of us apiece, because we pretty much knew the outcome of each game. And then the AFC East, you took that gold with an 8-4 record. I had a 7-5 record. Yeah, 7-5. You also took the AFC West with an 8-4 record, and I also was behind with a 7-5 record too. The flip of it for the AFC South, you were 7-5, and I took the gold with the 8-4 record. The NFC North, Darrell, you just completely dominated with a 10-2 record.
Yes,
It took the
sir.
gold for that, and I was 9-3 in the NFC North. NFC East, you were 7-5, and I took that gold with a 9-3 record. NFC West, you were 9-3 on the year, and I completely dominated the NFC West, which is the hardest division for me with a 10-2 record. That's the hardest one for me. It kills me every single time. And then for the NFC South, Darrell, you dominated with an 8-4 record, took the gold for that, and I got a 6-6 even 500 record for the NFC South. This season's going to be very interesting considering all the changes and everything like that. Um, so, with that said, Darrell, we got on tap today. We kind of revised the podcast a little bit, kind of made a little bit of tweaks to it. We got the uh, instead of what you need to know, it's going to be Darrell's playbook. This year, we are actually going to focus on the Indianapolis Colts on the behalf of what you need to know, little different things like that. We are actually going to just focus on the Indianapolis Colts on that behalf and look at their matchup. But we will also still do the predictions for the entire NFL and get head on into doing this predictions game again this year. And then headlines, just like normal with any podcast, our headlines. And then we have the final thoughts for this podcast. So, ready for football?
Finally, yes,
Yeah,
I am ready.
agreed. Agreed.
I'm finally ready
We don't have
for
to
it,
show
man.
up for it, so we are good, tuned, and ready. We have our stuff together this year, and I'm so much looking forward to it. It's going to be a very exciting year to be able to focus on that. And
Man,
there
who
it
you
is.
telling? Yeah,
And
who
there
you
it is.
telling?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Double Take Sports Talk. Next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Double Take Sports Talk. Welcome to our podcast. With me, Darren Watts. Say hello to Darrell Watts II, D-Dub. Welcome back to the NFL podcast. What's going on?
Yo, welcome back, everybody. This is NFL podcast. Here, watch what's happening.
You got this.
Yeah,
Got
man.
this. You know
Yeah,
this.
man.
New year,
Yeah.
new fresh start for all NFL teams and podcasters.
That's right. Absolutely right.
So, with that being said, just like before the podcast, we discussed what we were going to do. We had the introduction, and then we had Darrell's Playbook, something that we're informatting with what you need to know, just for the Indianapolis Colts standpoint. And then we have predictions for all the NFL games for Thursday and Sunday. And then we'll have the headlines, and then we'll have our final thoughts of the podcast. Darrell, are you ready?
Born ready, man.
Born ready. All right, let's go ahead and do this born ready. Let's get started with today's podcast. 2 days till kickoff. It'll start out with the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions. Let's go ahead and start out with Darrell's Playbook, talking about the Indianapolis Colts, the things we need to know. When you are ready, floor is yours.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and briefly explain how Darrell's Playbook is going to work for our NFL podcast. Now, what's going to happen is that I'm going to reveal that a little bit pertaining to the Colts matchup for that week. So I'm going to share some stats, and I'm going to give my most honest thoughts on how I feel about the Colts going into, whatever week it is, week 1, week 2. So in this sense, it's going to be week 1 playing against the Bengals. And Then I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna note some injury reports, and of course, mostly they'll probably be unofficial. They were supposed to came out with it today. I ain't seen it. If it does, it probably come out with it tomorrow. So it's always going to be unofficial to this point. So if anything changes, I'll just say it on the podcast. So that's when I'm going to do the injury reports, and then after that, that'll be it. So that's how
Darrell's playbook.
that's how the playbook's going to work. So now here we go with the official Darrell's playbook. Now, the Colts and the Bengals, they square off on Sunday, September 9th, 2018. This is week 1 of the NFL regular season for the Colts, I should say. Now, let's take a look at some quick stats real quick. Some of the stats that I actually took note of was from, I believe it was the preseason. Points per game. The Colts had 22 points per game. The Bengals had 25.8. Rushing yards per game. The Colts had 83. The Bengals had 93. And, of course, the defensive rushing yards per game. Colts had allowed 114.2 yards. And the Bengals had allowed 117.8. Now, this is my area of concern. We already know. It's already visually, honestly, just seen that the Colts have absolutely no offensive line. So we are going to have, the Colts are going to have to rely on the running game. Right? There's been a couple of roster issues that is really cringing that's going to hurt the Colts in week 1.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I have to cut you off. Something is really cringing me right now.
Hey!
There's something that's cringing me. You are having a problem with week 1 of the Colts and Bengals?
I am.
How?
Because the Colts don't have nothing to go off of.
They didn't have nothing. Wait a minute. They didn't have nothing to go off on last year, but they shut the Bengals out. Am I correct?
No, the Bengals won that game
last year. So you mean to tell me last year that the Bengals won?
Yeah, they won. Check it.
I'm checking it. Maybe I got my years mixed, but I don't.
You got your years mixed, buddy boy. That was 2014.
Was it 2014?
When the Colts won 27-0.
Was it that long ago, really?
Yeah. We was working for Amazon at the time.
Now you really aroused my curiosity. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're really arousing my curiosity here.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. And that's what at least I have seen from when I did my studies.
Mm-hmm.
So my problem is going to be to this point is going to be also, like I said, the offense that is going to be a struggle because of the fact that if the Colts want something going, they're going to have to rely on the rushing game. But, But of course, we have a couple of issues on the rushing end that will probably hurt it. But if we could actually get that run game going and allow the offense to protect when it comes to the run game, things may actually work out in its favor. But we'll have to see. It's the regular season now. It could change. It may not change. With, of course, of how the Colts was last season, they have failed on many attempts at the offensive line, which needs better communication. Jacoby Brissett, he was kind of struggling a little bit. And of course, Andrew Luck. This is his first game. I think either 616 games or 613 days. I think it's 616 days.
Yes, days.
616 days. So a lot has changed within him that he could actually handle right now. But in order for him to protect himself, the offensive line got to do the same thing. So the Bengals defense will play a big factor in this game. So I'm going to keep a good eye out on how their offense, how the Colts offense can respond to Cincinnati on blitz. That is what I'm looking for. Because if you don't give Andrew Luck time and pressure, he's going to make pressure play, which turns into turnover or a sack or the offensive line. So it's going to be interesting on how they respond to blitz. Cincinnati don't blitz a lot, but they know they're going to blitz now because they ain't got offense. So with that being said, take a quick rundown of the injury reports for week 1. Like I said before the show, what happened?
You're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
I'm thinking of two things. I didn't even realize they got shut out by the Jaguars either that previous week.
The struggle is real, man. The struggle is real.
No wonder why they got rid of him. No wonder why he got rid of Pagano. I see why. Even though they finished 8-8, I see why. You get shut out by Jacksonville. You barely win to the Browns. You lost to the Cardinals. You get your butt smoked by the Rams.
Just like you said, 8-8. That's back to back.
Why
you want to go 8 back to back winning 8 games?
Because you went down, you started high, and you went down, and you stayed the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's no room for improvement.
There's no room for improvement. So this is going to be interesting on how Frank Reich going to take over. So now the pressure really antes up with him. The pressure is real for him.
Here's the thing. He says that it feels like that he is a rookie coach, but the thing is with him is that he feels like that he's been in this predicament so many times.
I believe it.
I believe it too. Philadelphia won a Super Bowl. He got a ring out of his ring now, on his finger now.
Right.
He got it.
So it's just going to be amazing. I mean, because I don't want to see Frank Reich turn into a Luke Walton or an Albert Gentry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he knows how to build a team around a quarterback. I think he knows what he's doing on that behalf. I honestly do.
I agree.
Because he is a quarterback. So he's going to know what receivers to look for that's going to fit his style of system. That's why I think a quarterback's coach is a lot better than a head coach. That's just me. If you've been a quarterback, in that position and you're a head coach, I think you know how to build that offense. But then you had Tony Dungy. That was a defensive back. But knew and depended upon Peyton and Tom Moore and Howard Mudd, and it was who's the quarterback's coach? Forgot who it was. Caldwell. Oh.
Yeah, think about that one, didn't you? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. This taste for witness.
Yeah. That left a bad taste in my mouth. But he depended on them to get that offensive powerhouse going. He just looked like he focused on the defense. So that helps out a lot. So I think Frank Reich might be able to do something, but I'm still not putting all my coins with the Colts. I'm not
either. That's what I was just mentioning, that I think the Cincinnati defense is going to play a bigger role versus the Colts overall, offense and defense.
Yeah, their defense.
That's going to play a big factor because they're going to have to know how to – the Colts are going to have to know how to respond to the blitzes.
Their offensive line. Right. Yeah, under their
offensive line is just not – they're not getting it. They're not getting it. And that's what's going to hurt them for the duration now. This is just the beginning of the season now. Wow, and the preseason's done. The preseason's done. So now you have to now you have to ask yourself three questions. One, how are you going to respond to blitzes?
Yep.
Two, how well and how long Andrew Luck's going to stay healthy. He's already hurt. He's still on the injury report, which I'm going to go down the list here in a second. And three, how will the Colts defense respond? Those are three questions you got to ask yourself.
Because Chris Ballard asks his own set of questions. Who's going to last and who's going to be the healthiest? Who's going to benefit, who's not? Because if these players don't respond, I don't need them. What's the long-term benefit for this offense and for this defense? When he was thinking about narrowing this team down to 53-man roster, who's going to benefit? Who's going to last? Who do I want to invest in? Who's going to make the big play? Who is not going to make the big play? These are questions he's asking himself. These come to terms in what Frank Reich had to sit down with Chris Ballard to come to a conclusion about. He did most of that. Not Frank. Chris Ballard did. He did most of that. So them are things that he had to think about. Long-term investment for a better team, you just go out there and coach them to make them better players. I have a role of evaluating them. If you like them, I'll pick them up. I expect you to coach them.
Absolutely.
Straight up real talk. That's exactly how that is. Okay, I got that role. You give me the players. I will coach them. We'll go out there and we'll do our best.
It's all about agreement.
Yeah.
It's all about agreement.
And that's what Ryan Grigson and Chuck Pagano, I don't think, had.
They didn't have Chuck Pagano and Ryan Grigson did not have that mutual relationship to where they could actually agree on something, but rather more of it being, okay, this way is not going to work. This way is not going to work. So you're going to stay up here. You're going to stay down here.
You're going to pick up whoever I believe is going to work. Mm-hmm. You're going to pick up who I believe is going to work, rather if you believe it or not.
Exactly. So, yeah, this is going to be a big difference. If you're Ryan Grigson, Chuck Pagano, take note. This is how you're going to see Chris Ballard's going to communicate to Frank Reich. This is how Frank Reich is going to communicate to Chris Ballard. Now, you got this all this meeting. Frank Reich, Chris Ballard, all your coaches, all of them. You got this meeting, all of them.
Because once again, this whole Josh McDaniels thing, this is part of his staff. So now you really got to be able to fix the mess that he already done created. And then on top of that, of a theory, one last one.
There you go.
You have a team that's rebuilding. I have a feeling that this team is going to resemble the Tony Dungy era team.
Really?
They're going to start low and boom, pick up real quick.
Oh, like start the season 3-4, then like win 8 straight, 9 straight.
No, not during the season. Not during the season. Not during each game of the season.
Oh, you talking about each season?
Each season. Start low. Tony Dungy, 6-10. Next thing you know, 13-3, 10-6, 12-4, 14-2, 13-3. Boom, just like that. Consecutive playoff appearances. This is what's going to happen, I believe, with the coach. Frank Reich is going to start low and work his way up. He's going to be able to pick his own coaching staff soon. And when that happens, that's when everything's going to happen. Just throw that out.
Make it ugly.
Yeah, it's going to get ugly.
Make it ugly.
It's going to get ugly. Yeah. But don't count him in this season. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, man. I agree. All right. So, take a look real quickly at the injury report for week 1. Now, some of these are official, but majority of them are unofficial. So, Um, one of the ones that's official was, I think, defensive end Tyquan Lewis. He's on injury reserve, so he's done for the season. Um,
Somebody else is done for the season too.
yeah, it was somebody else. I bet to look for it, and I couldn't find it. I think it's a wide receiver. It's a wide receiver, and he's done for the season too. He's done for the season too. Linebacker Anthony Walker. He is probable for week 1. He's playing, without a doubt. Andrew Luck, with a foot injury. He's probable. He's playing week 1.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Quarterback Nate Harrison. He has a hamstring injury. That is uncertain. Cornerback Quincy Wilson. He has a hand injury. That's uncertain. Just mentioned Anthony Walker. He has a groin injury. He's good to go. Defensive tackle / defensive end, Danico Autry. He has an ankle injury. That is uncertain. Now, this is what I was talking about with the running game. Marlon Mack, running back, he has a hamstring injury. He is questionable. Main guy we need is questionable. Linebacker Darius Leonard, he has a lower leg injury. That is uncertain. Offensive tackle Denzel Good, he has a knee injury. That's uncertain. And also Anthony Costanzo, he has a hamstring injury. That's uncertain.
Man, the mess that Chuck Pagano, Ryan Grigson, the made for Chris Bauer. Woo!
Yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah. Okay. That is Darrell's Playbook. Presented by
Nobody.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and kick this up a notch and go ahead and move on to what's this up? Our predictions?
Our predictions.
All right. Here we go. Darren, whenever you're good and ready, it's time for our predictions. Let's do it.
All right, the fun part begins. We got all the teams that are going to be playing for week 1 in the NFL. This is not in particular order. Of course, by date it's in order, but by game time it's not really in order. So we're just going to breeze right through this bad boy. All right, starting off with the Thursday night game. Oh, my. Maybe it might be better for me to actually bring that up just simply because I don't have dates.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't have dates on this piece of paper here. However, on the computer, I do. So, let's start out with the Thursday night game. Atlanta Falcons, Philadelphia Eagles. Darrell, who you got?
Why not?
And that's the FYI. They are an 8:20 kickoff. Who you got?
Let's go for it. Let's go for the Eagles.
I agree. Let's go with the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles with you, pimp. I ain't even going to sit there and sugarcoat that. 1 o'clock games. I am actually going to include. How about this? For the duration of the NFL season, I am going to call all Los Angeles games or all California games 1 o'clock games.
Okay.
They're all going to be 1 o'clock games, but I'm going to announce both times. First game, Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens. Darrell, who do you have? This is a 1 o'clock game on, I believe, CBS. Actually, maybe this is not a good idea. Maybe this is what happens when you ain't did an NFL podcast in so long. You used to have it so well organized. Now it's just like, I have no idea how I even remember doing it. I should have just went on and just went back and looked how I did it from last season. Darrell, who you got?
What was that? Buffalo and who?
Buffalo and Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I'm gonna have to go against that one. I'm gonna take Buffalo in this game.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well, I'm a little concerned with Baltimore. A little
I'm
concerned.
looking for Buffalo.
Well, I mean, both teams are a little thing to be concerned with. So why not just go ahead and just toss a coin?
No. Baltimore. Stop that. You're wasting your time.
Wait a minute.
Baltimore.
Not really, because both defenses and offense are having a lot of issues here. They're having a lot of issues.
Yeah, man, but look what we're talking about. Ain't this a division, though?
Huh?
That ain't a divisional. It's
No.
Charlotte.
No.
Baltimore. I don't even care, man. It's Baltimore. It's Baltimore.
Well, fine. How about this? In the last,
don't change because of me.
who said I was gonna change it? I didn't say anything about changing, Pimp. I was just about to get into something that I did last year that I forgot that I need to do this year. Taking a look at the last 3 previous games against both of these teams. Preseason matchup, the Ravens took 13-9. And then in 2016, the Ravens took that matchup 13-7. And then in 2013, September 29th, Buffalo took that game 23-20. I'm still sticking to Baltimore.
But Buffalo, excuse you.
I'm sorry, Buffalo. I'm still sticking with Buffalo.
People don't know this.
Yeah, just something about Baltimore is just not sitting correctly with me. So I'm just going to stick with my gut feeling and stick with the Buffalo Bills.
So that's our first disagreement right there.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Didn't take long at all, didn't it?
Didn't take long.
And just as an FYI, for the Thursday night game on NBC, take a look at the previous 3 matchups for the Philadelphia Eagles and Atlanta Falcons. Philadelphia took 2 of the last 3. They won the January 13th game of 2018, 15-10. I believe that was one of the championship games. I mean, one of the playoff games, wasn't it? One of the divisionals? No?
No.
January 13th?
I think the Falcons played the Rams. No, that was the wild card. Sorry.
Because they had a bye, didn't they? Didn't Philadelphia have a bye? Because they was yeah. I can find out just really, really quick. It ain't gonna take nothing but a few seconds. I believe, according to this, no, it was Atlanta. Yep, it was Atlanta.
Wow.
It was in the wild card. Sure was.
Wow.
No, it wasn't. Sorry, divisionals. It was the divisionals. Their game was at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Philadelphia won 10-15. Yep, that's exactly what it was. So they took that matchup 15-10, and Philadelphia took the November 13, 2016 matchup 24-15, and Atlanta took the 2015 matchup in September 14th to be exact, 26-24. And I just shared with you with the whole Baltimore and Buffalo Bills game. Moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, let's not do that.
Why not?
Because I'm actually going by this. I'm not going by my paper. I'm actually going to go by what the NFL has. Because then I had to go and struggle and look and scroll up and down. And
yeah, we got time to do all that, man.
Right. 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. We had the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. Take a look at the 3 previous matchups against both of these teams. The Giants took the preseason matchup in 2015, 22-12. Jacksonville took the 2014 matchup November 30th, 25-24. And then Jacksonville also took the preseason matchup August 10, 2012, 32-31. Darrell, who do you have in this game?
Let's see. They're both cats, right?
Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants.
Oh, the New York Giants. I'm going to say Carolina Panthers.
No.
Okay. Wow. Well, scratch that. Cats. Cats.
Are you going with the Cats?
Yes, I am. The hell with the Giants. I'm sorry.
Last year you was on a bandwagon like
I was on their bandwagon. Now if they actually go and start winning games, I am going to be furious. I'm going to be furious.
But I agree.
That was the reason why my record was so bad. Because of them.
Yeah.
Alphas?
Yeah. But I agree with you. I'm going with the Cats. I'm going to Jacksonville Jaguars.
Their defense can stand a lot of chances.
Yeah. I don't even think that the Giants would be an offense can handle Jacksonville's defense in this game. So that's going to
not even Odell's what, $142 million?
Man, here's $100 and whatever $1 million contract is not going to stop Jacksonville's defense. It's just not happening.
That's not cool.
No, absolutely not.
That was a sign of disrespect.
Yes.
On my behalf.
Yes.
I love OBJ. I love him dearly, but that was an insult.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next game. Division rivals. 1 o'clock on Fox. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints supposed to be thunderstorming down in New Orleans for that in particular game. Matter of fact, if I'm correct, I believe they are in the path of Hurricane Gordon, I believe, or Tropical Storm Gordon.
It should be coming within the next couple of days.
Yeah. And the only reason why I know that is because of work. I would have never known that.
Of course.
All right. So with that being said, take a look at the 3 previous matchups against both of these teams. The Buccaneers took the previous matchup in 2017. It looked like it was the last season game, 31-24. And then the Saints took the previous 2 after that in 2017, November 5th, 30-10. They just whooped their butt. And then in 2016, they took that matchup 31-24. Darrell, what you got?
Let's see. It's a no-brainer. Check. It's straight obvious.
Check.
I'm going with the heavy passing.
The New Orleans Saints.
Drew Brees is about to do big things in his life.
I agree. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints. I'm going with Drew Brees. I am definitely going with Drew Brees. Without a doubt. Let's see what we got here. All right, next game. 1 o'clock on CBS. We have the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Take a look at the previous 3 matchups against both of these teams. The Patriots took the previous matchup September 24th, 2017, 36-33. And then the Texans took the preseason matchup on August 19, 2017, 27-23. And then the Patriots took the divisionals matchup against the Texans in 2017, 34-16. What do you got?
I like how Houston's going to look this season, but I really don't see them win this game. As much as I do want to see them win this game, I'm going to pick with the Patriots.
I agree. You know what's interesting? Let me tell you what's interesting. Did you see Rodney Harrison's pick for the AFC South?
Do I really want to know?
The Houston Texans.
As the winners?
Divisional.
Of South Carolina?
For the divisional, yeah. Mm-hmm. He got the Houston Texans. He got the Houston Texans winning the AFC South.
Amateur. I
disagree with that. I don't think.
I got the Jaguars.
Me too. Come on, dude. Come on. Who don't know this?
Who don't know this?
Right. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Next game. 1 o'clock on Fox. The San Francisco 49ers going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Supposed to be nice down in Minnesota in their new stadium. Take a look at the previous 3 matchups against both of these teams. This is going to be very interesting because Minnesota took the preseason matchup 32-31 in 2017. San Francisco took the last 2 after that, September 14, 20-3, and then took the preseason matchup August 25th, 2013, 34-14. Darrell, Watts, I bet not. I bet not. Here, a team that I think you're going to say. Who do you have in this game?
I'm just going to shoot it off with it. I got the 49ers.
I agree. And here's the thing. I had originally said that they was going to lose the first preseason game.
So did I.
I completely changed my mind. So I agree. I am sticking with San Francisco. I am expecting San Francisco to at least go a few more games with a winning streak coming into last season. So I'm going with Minnesota. I'm going with Minnesota. All right, next game. 1 o'clock on Fox. We have the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. The Fins and the Titans. The Fins and the Titans. In Miami. High gonna be 88. They better stay well hydrated. Take a look at the previous 3 matchups against both of these teams. Miami took the 2017 matchup last year of October 8, 16-10, and then Tennessee took the previous 2. 2016, October 9th, 30-17, and September 1st, 2016, 21-10. Darrell Watts.
Yeah, this is kind of a tough one.
Not for me, pimp. Not for me.
Well, the only reason why I say that was because the Titans was having their up and downs, but they was pretty much better than what they were the last season. And Miami was pretty much the same way, but they stayed consistent. But at the end of it, I am going to actually take a chance. I am going to pick the Titans.
I agree. I'm going with the Titans. Something about Ryan Tannehill's not sitting with me. I'm hoping they were just preseason jitters and be done with it. That's all I'm hoping.
Agreed.
All right, next game. Here we go. 1 o'clock on CBS, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. It is supposed to be raining on the back end of Tropical Storm Gordon. Bear that in mind. They're going to be some busy cats down there. Take a look at the previous 3 matchups against both of these teams. The Colts took the preseason matchup just last week, 27-26. And then the Bengals took the regular season matchup October 29, 2017, 24-23. And then the Colts took the preseason matchup in 2017 of August 31st, 7-6. You talked about your statistical standpoint for key stats for the Colts and Bengals. Who you got? Very nice. Very nice. Well, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going with the Colts.
Well, you remember what happened last season, right?
They lost.
Week 1. Not only did they lose, they got it whooped.
Well, look, that was a strong Rams team.
The Colts have no answer. Just week 1. This is where they get all the kinks out. They got to work it out. Cincinnati.
Oh, so Cincinnati's no different. So they could do good all throughout the season to get put out in the first round every time they make it to the playoffs?
Nah. This is just for the Bengals and the Colts, my man. I ain't talking about further down the road.
You just talked about last year with the Colts. You just talked about the Colts with the last year. Don't bring that crap because you opened up the door. You opened up that door.
You talked about they had a stronger defense. That's why I agreed with you. Cincinnati is going to have the stronger defense. Boom. Bengals. Bengals.
I'm moving on from this conversation because this ain't even worth my time. Next, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on CBS. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be very interesting. Take a look at the previous 3 matchups. Pittsburgh took all 3 matchups. This is a
okay. Well, who was this matchup again?
The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns.
Oh hell! Go ahead.
Yeah. Pittsburgh took all 3 of the previous matchups, starting with 2017, December 31st, 28-24, and then September 10th of 2017. That was, I believe, the first game of the NFL season, 21-18, and then the last season game of the 2016-2017 season, 27-24. Darrell? They supposedly said that Cleveland might be a better team this year, and I think they say that every single
year. Yes, they do.
They say that every year.
Now, let me say this. Let me just say this. Had Cleveland signed Des Bryant, I would have agreed.
Yeah.
But since they don't have Des Bryant, all they have up to this point is Josh Now, nothing against Josh Gordon. Nothing against him at all. But you got to have a lot of firepower against the Big. You got to have it. So, you say this every year about Cleveland. And what did they do? Last year, they didn't win no game. The year before that, they only won what? One?
I don't even think they won any last year.
I think they won.
I mean, I think it was the year before last. I think it was the year before last.
Yeah,
I don't think it was last year.
Last year, they didn't win anything. The year before that, they only won one.
No, I don't think they won anything that year either. I think it was the year after that.
Yeah, I think they won one. They won one. It was towards the end of the season.
It was
one of the spoilers. I think they beat one of the divisions. I can't remember which one it was.
It might have been Cincinnati, but I'm not there to look at it. I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah. So
actually, that would be for after our podcast.
Okay. So being put, I got the Steelers.
I agree. I'm going with Pittsburgh. I'm not even taking a chance on Cleveland.
I wouldn't take a chance on it either.
Mm-mm. All right, next game. 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on CBS will be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Take a look at the last previous 3 games against both of these teams. Kansas City took that matchup December 16, 2017, 30-13. Oh my, this is a AFC West battle. My goodness, I didn't even see that. Wow. I think I told you the other day there was only one divisional team playing. I'm counting 3 already. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. Wow. Kansas City won that matchup 30-13, and then September 24th, 2017, Kansas City won that matchup 24-10, and January 1st, 2017, Kansas City also won that matchup 37-27. Darrell, what you got?
Kansas City.
Wow. Right off the bat, huh?
Off the bat.
That's interesting.
Oh, that's Chargers.
Well, I think Rodney Harrison picked the Chargers for the AFC West. I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe he did. But I agree. I'm going with the Chiefs. I gotta look. I don't remember, but I believe he did. I believe he did. Yeah.
If he did, he should be shot outside.
Calm down. It's okay, Captain. Oh man. Oh, all right. Next game. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to say maybe. I think this is a 1:25 game. I have no idea what time it is out there. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox is the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Taking a look at the previous three matchups against both of these teams. Denver took the preseason matchup August 14, 2015, 22-20. Cincinnati. Seattle took the September 21st, 2014 matchup 26-20. And Denver took the preseason matchup August 7th, 2014, 21-16. Darrell Watts. What you got, player?
I'm taking a risk.
Don't even. Don't even. Don't even.
Yeah, this is how much I'm really not trusting the Seahawks, but I'm going to pick them anyway.
Oh, okay. I agree. I'm going with Seattle. I'm going with Seattle.
I don't trust Seattle.
Yeah. I can see why though. I could definitely see why. You throw it on a third down and goal.
It's 19 hours.
Yeah. I'd be not trustworthy either.
I know, right?
All right, next game, 4:25 on Fox p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. Take a look at the previous three matchups against both of these teams. The Cats took the matchup in 2015, 33-14, November 26. And then the Cowboys took the last two, October 21st, 2012, 19-14, and then September 28, 2009. 21-7. Darrell? Let's have it. What you got?
I got the Panthers.
I agree.
Panthers.
If I could find them, I agree.
I mean,
Carolina at home. All right, next game, 4:25 on Fox, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be the Washington. Actually, let me take that back. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fox will be the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. Did daylight saving be that time? No, it wouldn't. Taking a look at the previous three matchups against both of those teams, the Redskins took the December 17, 2017 matchup, 20-15. And then the Cardinals took the December 4th, 2016 matchup, 31-23, and took the 2014 matchup of October 12th, 30-20. 30-20. Darrell, what you got?
what was that matchup again?
The Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going to have to take my chance. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Redskins.
That's interesting. But I agree. I'm going with the Skins.
I mean, it's something I'm not really trusted with either team. I just can't pinpoint what it really is.
Yeah. I could say this. The coaching.
Great.
The coaching.
Just like Dallas.
Well, as a standpoint, is Jay Gruden still the head coach for the?
Then I couldn't tell you.
I'm looking now.
I really couldn't.
I believe Jay Gruden. I don't know if he got fired or not, but I believe Jay Gruden still should be the head coach for the Washington Redskins. And he is. He is the head coach.
Another
So,
Lane Kiffin.
how?
Another Lane Kiffin.
Well, let me put it in this term then. Another John Gruden.
Well, that's adding more salt to the insult, but yeah, I agree to that too.
I mean, they are not the best coaches in the world.
Neither is Lane Kiffin, and they both below the sea, just growing
We
mode.
know.
So I mean, so I don't know what else to say.
I don't either. I know I'm not. I ain't feeling that. But I'm gonna take the chance and go with the Washington Redskins myself. I really don't want to. I really just want to go with Arizona. Matter of fact,
Me too there.
now that just makes me think about it. Who's the head coach for the Arizona Cardinals? The head coach for the Arizona Cardinals will be none other than Steve Wilkes. Who is that?
You asking the wrong cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
You asking the wrong cat.
Yeah. Okay. We picked the Redskins. We might bite our heads on that one.
Yeah.
All right. We are now going into Sunday Night Football. The first Sunday Night Football game of the year, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be the NFC North. Divisional rivals, it will be the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Take a look at the last three previous matchups against both of these teams. No competition at all in the last two games. The Packers took the 2017 matchup November 12th, 23-16, and then took the 2017 September 28th matchup 35-14, and then took the December 18, 2016 matchup 30-27. Darrell, do you continue to see a win streak go in the Green Bay Packers side?
Oh, definitely.
Check.
Oh, definitely.
Agreed. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers.
Awesome.
All right, which goes into what the NFL does too. Monday Night Football games. The first one will be Monday, September 10th, 2018, 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. Take a look at the previous three matchups against both of these teams. The Lions took the preseason matchup August 19, 2017, 16-6. That's interesting. Okay, never mind. Yeah. And then they also took the preseason matchup of 2015, 23-3, and then took the regular season matchup in 2014, September 28, 24-17. Darrell Watts, who do you have?
I don't trust the Jets. I'm going with the Lions.
It's interesting because we had just got through talking about Jim Caldwell, and we just don't really trust him. And we feel, I agree with you. We picked the Lions.
If it was, this is going to be a tough pill to
Darrell,
swallow.
hey, you know what? I have to change. I think I'm gonna have to change my pick.
What?
The Jets and the Lions. I think I'm going to change.
Wait a minute, you picked the Jets?
No. Mm-mm. I had originally picked the Lions, but I had to think about it. Here's what I might just do. Double take.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Double take.
Here, you're going to hurt yourself.
How am I going to hurt myself?
Then if you call it overtime, you hurt yourself.
I'm going to call a game a tie.
You're hurting yourself. Pick a team. Pick a team.
I tossed a coin. It didn't come up with nothing. I lost it. Ain't that a good sign?
Who knows this? A tie?
Yeah, possibly.
No, Darren. Don't hurt yourself like this.
Well, they were the last two games were preseason, and then you go back to 2014. The Lions took that game by a touchdown. I'm not feeling in one of these teams. Okay, Dang nabbit, I ain't got no. Okay, I'm just going to use eye drop. The front of this eye drop is going to be the Rams, and the back end of this is going to be the back end of this is going to be the Jets. So I'm just going to do a nice, simple little toss and be done with it. The Lions.
Should have picked them in the first damn play.
I'm going with the Lions.
You should have picked them in the first place.
It was a toss. What's wrong with you?
No. You be wasting your time with these silly, ridiculous, pointless coin tosses. You do this with the MLB, and there's no reason for it. It's a common sense.
Darrell, Cubs and Cardinals, are you serious?
Yeah.
They're my coin tosses. They're my coin tosses. Ain't nowhere in the world I can actually sit down and predict those games. I'm doing coin tosses.
You're not helping yourself, there.
No,
you're not helping yourself.
One day you're going to thank me for doing coin tosses. You're going to thank me for doing coin tosses.
I'm trying to help you. You ain't yourself.
Who don't know this? The last game, Monday night game, is going to be 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:20 Pacific Standard Time will be the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. Now that you come to think of it, they're still in California anyway.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my. Where did this come from? I got to look into that one. I need to only remember that game. Take a look at the previous three matchups, previous three games against both of these teams. The Rams took that 2017 preseason matchup, August 19, 24-21. And then the Raiders took the 2015 preseason matchup, 18-3. And then November 30th, 2014, the then St. Louis Rams took that matchup 52-0.
The Raiders?
The St. Louis Rams shut them out 52-0.
Wow.
I got to look at the statistics, the statistics for this game.
Wow. And when was that?
Huh?
When was that? That blowout?
It was, I think it said November 30th.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I believe it said November. I'm trying to find it again because I don't remember. Where's the date? The date don't show up once I actually put it into the next screen, but I believe I did say November 30th. I could be wrong.
No, you probably did say that.
I'll find out in a second. But in the meantime, David Carr, was it David Carr? David Carr threw 2 picks in that game.
Oh, was it Derek Carr?
Might have been Derek Carr. Yep, Derek Carr. They were 1-11 going into that game. Actually, they were 1-10 going into that game. St. Louis was 5-7. Sean Hill, 13 for 22, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Wow.
Matt Schaub came in for Derek Carr after throwing his second pick, went 5 for 9, 57 yards and a pick.
Got it.
The St. Louis Rams head coach then was Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
So I believe this game, if I'm right, let's make sure I got it right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Help me out here. I just need to know one little piece of information. Is all I'm asking for. Darrell, who do you got in this game?
This really shouldn't have been a question. I got the Rams.
Hold on. What happened to it? not here. What just happened? Did my eyes just deceive me? I know I'm not crazy when I saw that. I don't believe this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The score's not there no more. The 3 previous matchups are all preseason games now. 18-3, August 14, 2015. I don't believe what I. Oh my. Okay. Who do you got in this game, Darrell? Wow. My goodness.
The Rams.
Check. I'm going with the Rams too. I can't believe that. I could have sworn I seen November something 2014 52 to nothing. What happened? I'm over it.
All right, there. It is A-okay.
All right. That is the predictions for Thursday night, Sunday, and Monday football. Let's head on over and let's get the headlines for the Indianapolis Colts. Darrell Watts. When you're good and ready, the floor's yours.
All righty. Just a quick headlines here. It won't probably take nothing but 30 seconds unless we have other thoughts. So, the first news on the headline. Running back Robert Turbin suspended for 4 games for PED violation.
I'm not surprised.
This is why I was talking about that. I was going to be concerned about the running game. Because you have Marlon Mack.
Yep.
Hurt. Then you got Robert Turbin suspended for 4 games.
Uh-huh.
And how are they going to get it going? So if that's what the Colts really need right now, but how can they actually protect the running back too? They're a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
So that's just because Andrew Luck is a patient guy. That's what hurts the offensive line. They get lazy after probably 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the Colts also acquired wide receiver Marcus Johnson in a trade with the Seahawks for tight end Darrell Daniels. This one right here was very interesting. I never got digging deep into this, but as they said, releasing John Simon was a hard decision for Chris Ballard. I got to get into that. I really do. So I wonder why that was. But and last but not least, Colts also claimed safety Corey Moore and defensive end Aquaman Muhammad. Just kind of fill the voids from the injuries that I mentioned earlier in the podcast.
That seems fair.
Yeah, these are pretty much voids that they have to fill. Bear that in mind. Those are the Colts headlines. Yeah, trying to get enough. That's the Colts headlines. It's so funny.
You.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Philip Walker shows growth with the Indianapolis
And I did.
Colts. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
I missed it. That was my point. I forgot I had it. So, yeah, apparently at this point, that was the same quarterback that I called garbage. So, apparently he's showing some growth. I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
Darrell.
So, I'm not good.
Darrell. It don't matter. Let it go.
You
Let,
really want me to let it go?
yeah, let it go. Let it
Okay.
all out. Girl, this is
Okay.
this is this is a brand new season for one. Two, we don't have to worry about being chased. Let's have it.
Okay. All right, fine. What's the dude's name again? Is it Philip
Who?
Walker?
Philip Walker?
Is that the quarterback that was
Yeah,
showing growth?
yeah, Philip Walker.
Okay. Philip Walker going what growth? From the mold?
Daryl, can you give the
I
man?
don't get it.
Can you give some man the benefit of the doubt?
I mean, look, I'm just gonna be real. I have seen some good things in him, and I've also seen some pretty darn ridiculous things from him. Now, I'm not expecting the guy to be 90% or 93%, but if you're going to talk about a man that's showing some growth, let this be compared to the touchdown interception ratio. He's been in the league long enough. I mean, come on.
Maybe this is his first time having a real head coach that has actually been a quarterback's coach that
Okay,
knows what he's doing.
okay, I'll give probably a .5 credit to that.
Remember Nick Foles. Remember when Jeff Fisher released him, I wish you the best of luck, but you got to go, player. Look what happened with Nick Foles. He got up under Frank Reich. He took him up under his wing, and not only was he able to start under Carson Wentz because of his injury, but won the Super Bowl as a backup quarterback.
I would give you 1.5 points for that. But we're talking about Bill Walker. The same man that has decided to think for not the quarterback coach, not, Chuck Pagano. It was more about, what's that guy's name? Oh, that's right, Bill Walker. Bill Walker. All about Bill Walker. That's why he is third straight.
Well, somebody got to feel that boy.
Apparently. And that's what happened. I would have rather seen Kerry Collins come back from retirement. But I just want to. I'm sorry.
I'm
I
leaving that.
cannot
I'm leaving
I
that.
cannot put I really cannot put
I'm leaving it
all
alone
of my
now.
belief to him.
I'm leaving it
Yes.
right there.
Yes, I got to move on from this before I have a heart attack.
Yeah, because you're being ignorant. Moving on.
I'm not being ignorant.
Yes, you are. Just ignorant.
All right, we're moving on now from the Colts headlines to final thoughts. Am I correct? All right, final thoughts. Yeah, you got anything for us?
No, I don't.
That's good. Neither do I. So we can go ahead and wrap this on up and get on out of here.
Yes, sir.
All righty. This wraps up our revised edition of Double Take Sports Talk of our NFL podcast. Of course, if you like what you see, and just give the video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show? Just comment in the comments section. Of course, we're on social media Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have any questions for us in particular, that has to be sports related. Doesn't matter. You can just hit us up on one of those sites. And if you like it, share them on the air. And of course, we're on iTunes. You can leave us a review and points review also. Anything that you would like to see that we could improve on our show, just shoot us up on that review. But until then, I'm Darrell. There's on the opposite side.
Yep.
All right, catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then,
Ciao.
ciao.
Double Take Sports Talk here with me, Darrell Watts. Now, there's an understatement that always goes that has always been true from day one when sports decided to come out. It's that it can be very unpredictable. And of course, that's always been the statement that's always been so true. And depending on how you look at it, it can be very unpredictable. But with Double Take Sports Talk, we just throw some entertainment in there. Even if we don't get predictions right or theories don't come out right, we always just throw a little entertainment into the mix. So why not just have a little fun with it? That's how predicting can be so fun if you make an entertainment out of it. But other than that, of course, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But anyway, we're on social media around the globe here. We're on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can hit us up on our fan page at the Watch Brothers. You can hit us up on Twitter at DTST2414. And of course, you can hit us up on Instagram, Double Take Sports Talk. So, YouTube, subscribe. You can share. You can do all the good stuff. Do anything that you like. We're just trying to grow a podcast here, folks. We're also on the iTunes. You can download our episodes there. We're on the video, of course, and we're on the audio portion too. So either way that you can enjoy this podcast, you can do it audio, we do it on video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the podcast. And until then, ciao.
What did we miss? What did we forget to answer? Double Take Sports Talk after the show. Here we are. Here's the one thing that we missed. I am still looking for that I am about to get ready to reveal the answer for in just a matter of seconds. The Cleveland Browns' last regular season game win. Darrell said it was last year.
No, I did not.
I'm sorry, the year before last, the 2016 season.
Yeah, 2016.
I say the 2015 season. And we're about to get ready to find that out. Kind of. Not right now. We know for a fact that 2017 that the Cleveland Browns did not win any game. I am looking through this now, and I do not see any wins. Check. So, they did not win any games in 2017. Moving.
Was that last season?
Huh?
That last season, right?
That was last season. This past season, pretty much. This last season. Now, we are going to move into the 2016 season. Let's see if Darrell is right. And they did. They won one game last year. December 24th, 2016, they won against the San Diego Chargers.
Oh, wow.
20-17. Yep. They almost won against Pittsburgh.
Yes, they did there.
They almost won.
Mm-hmm.
They almost won. And then the let's see what they had just for funsy in the 2015 season. Let's see what they had. Oh my. They actually did better in 2015 than they did combined in the last two seasons.
Oh, of course they did. Of course.
But they only won 3 games.
So? It's better than 0-1.
They won to the Titans September 20th. They won to the Baltimore Ravens, divisional. And they won. Oh, boy. Whoo! I afraid I have a heart attack. And they won to. I was ready to say that they blew out Seattle 30-13, but that score is flipped.
Yeah.
But they won. They beat the 49ers up pretty decently, 24-10.
Interesting.
The last time that I can calculate, or off my top of my head, I think the last time the Browns had a winning record was probably I want to say maybe early 90s. Maybe. I'm probably off, very off, because I know they didn't have any in 2014. I know they didn't have any in 2014. Yes, they did. No, they didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. That was very close. And then in 2013, winning season, they did not have none in 2014 either. They only won 4 games. And then,
wow.
Where's my link? There it is. And then in 2012, I know they didn't. I know for a fact, because I remember for a fact that it was a race between the Colts and the Browns to see who's going to have the first round draft pick. The Colts won the first round pick that year and won that, and the Browns won 5 games that year. 1, 2, 3, won 5 games that year. They beat the Chiefs 30-7.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Man, this might be it's definitely on track for that.
Yeah.
Didn't have a winning record in 2011 either. Oh, it was 2011. That was the battle for, not 2012. It was 2011, not 2012. Wow.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you remember the '95 co-rookies of the year, right?
The 95 co-rookies of the year in the NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure do. Jason Kidd and Grant Hill.
And they're both in the Hall of Fame. Well,
Jason Kidd ain't in the Hall of Fame. Is he really? I blew past that news. Past that news.
Jason Kidd and Grant Hill. Yes, sir. Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Yeah, I think he's another one.
That's in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that's actually in what you call it.
That's in the Hall of Fame. The Browns took forever. They still take it forever to build.
Yeah, they finally got rid of some people that they need to get rid of.
What are you talking about?
You talking about the Browns, right?
I said it took them forever to rebuild. They still ain't rebuilt. I'm still looking at the 2009 schedule. They still ain't won over. They still ain't had 500 wins yet. Well, at 500.
You talking about the Browns, right?
The Cleveland Browns, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. They finally got rid of somebody they needed to get rid of.
Who?
I think the GM.
They still suck.
Yeah, they do. But this is a better opportunity for them to win at least over 3 games this year.
I'm still trying to see when they had a winning season. And I'm at 2007.
You really going to go through all that?
You damn right. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I am. And this might be it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 6. 2007 season belonged to the Cleveland Browns as their last winning season of 10 and 6. In 2007, they beat the Bengals, their AFC North rivals, 51-45. They beat the Baltimore Ravens, also as a part of the NFC North divisional rival, 27-13. They beat the Miami Dolphins, 41-31. And they beat the St. Louis Rams by a touchdown, 27-20. They beat the Seahawks 33-30. They beat the Baltimore Ravens again, 33-30. They beat the Texans 27-17. They beat the New York Jets 24-18. And they beat the Buffalo Bills 8-0. And lastly, but not least, beat the San Francisco 49ers 20-7.
Wow. Shoot.
2007, they went 10-6. I wonder who their head coach was then.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. All right. Finally got the answer to that. Anything else, Darrell?
Oh, so I'm playing the guessing game? Oh, man, cheat.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you wanted me to guess.
Guess what?
The coach.
Oh, no. No, not really. No.
Who was it anyway? Oh, you don't know.
No, I just asked if you had anything else.
Oh, no. No. Oh, man, not to the top of my knowledge.
Very nice.
That
Well,
was it.
until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and listening to Double Take Sports Talk with the Watts Brothers. Until then, ciao.
Ciao.